Also, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel, Meet the Marks, so that you can see more of our content. Like Sidney said, we want to be we want to be able to do more videos like this. You know, we want to share things with you, our experiences, our wisdom, our advice, and yeah, we will learn. What am I saying?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Let me just do that again, I guess.
Hey, you guys, it's Sidney.
And MyLeah.
And we're the Marks.
In today's video, we're doing a story time about getting married young. Getting married young, I feel like you get a lot of, and I think we both can agree, you get a lot of like mixed feelings from people. Some people are like, oh, that's so great, and other people are like, oh, that's a really huge mistake. And so we wanted to take some time to talk to you guys about some of the things that people have told us and some of our experience as well as a young married Christian couple.
Yeah, you never have to be afraid getting married young. A lot of people would dispel their beliefs and their feelings on you, and it'll have you feeling really anxious about your decision. But today we want to give you a little story time about what we were told and how did it pan out. Was it something that's a reality, or was it something that people just, their own personal feelings?
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
But yes.
Okay, you guys. So, story time. The worst piece of advice I think that I was ever given when we were getting ready to get married is that you're getting married too young. I think that this is a worst piece of advice. We both had kind of made like a conscious decision of what we wanted to do. I think when we got married, I was 24 and you were?
21.
21. We got engaged. I was 23. I think 23 already.
Yeah, and I was 20.
Yeah. So we were young, but we were kind of getting started in our life. People were like, she's still in school. They gave all of this kind of wrong information. They like down us. They were like, you're not financially stable. It was like doomsday times 3. Everyone, a lot of people, even family, were not in our corners for getting married young. So I think that would probably be the worst piece of advice that I had ever gotten, that not to get married young, not to get married young. And see, we had prayed about this thing and got like a clear answer from the Lord. So actually, if you guys want to hear about that story, which is an amazing story, comment down below and I'll tell you about how you can really figure out.
We'll tell you.
Comment down below and we'll tell you and make our own YouTube video about how do you know when the person is the one. Because I think that God gives clear signs and directions when the person is the one.
Some of the worst, or I guess not the most helpful advice that I received multiple times, many times from many different people. Like Sidney said, sometimes it's from like friends, family, like people close to you. Like it will surprise you sometimes the people that will say some things to you. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But people told me that I shouldn't worry about getting married right now because I'm young and I need to focus on my career. You're an actress, you're a writer and stuff. Do that, move away, go, they told me like go to school somewhere else, like do this, do that, like just travel, like date around, have fun. Like literally, I was told everything in the book, like by people. I was like, what are you saying? Are you telling me that? That's so weird. But yeah, people would tell me, experience life, try to like save up your money, get your own place and stuff. You don't need to get married right now. Figure out who you are and all of that, right? And yeah, it's interesting because I heard it multiple times from many different people, and I'm sure you'll probably hear it too.
Yeah. Side note, you guys, I am her first boyfriend, and I became her husband.
That is another video.
Yeah, so
we can talk about that too.
Yeah, you guys don't have to date around a lot. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
We heard things like, I had a friend of mine that would be like, no one gets married faster than 2 horny Christians. They was like, you guys are just getting married to have sex. Now that was the furthest thing from the truth, because I was like, if we want to sin, we could just sin.
Mean, I'm just saying.
Like, why would we get in a long marriage and relationship
just to have sex?
Yeah, we do not condone premarital sex, and it is okay to be celibate. It is okay to abstain from sex.
It is okay. There are other things in life that you can do when you're not doing that.
Yeah, we definitely there was moments when she was weak and I was weak, and we both upheld each other, and there's nothing wrong with that.
It's normal. It's natural.
It's totally normal and natural.
Yeah.
And it's something that you just gotta run away from. I think about that scripture that says that with temptation there will be a way of escape. And
you have to take the way of escape, guys.
Have to, even though it's
hard.
Amazing.
It's hard.
In the moment, you gotta be like,
you gotta go. Yeah. No, seriously, I think you really do have to encourage each other and be like, no, you know, like, and that really helped us. You know what I mean? But you're human. I totally get it. Everybody's human, but you gotta, in a relationship, especially if you are abstaining and being like, we're gonna wait until marriage, you really gotta hold each other up. And don't listen to people, especially if you are engaged, who are like, you're just getting married because you guys want to have sex. Like, obviously we want to have sex, but that's not the only reason. So don't make people like, that's not the only, that's a perk of getting married. It's not a reason to get married. So don't let people like sidetrack you and make you feel all kinds of ways. It's no, seriously, about sex, even about like dating. Like for me, because I had never dated anybody, and people would just, like I was saying, people would tell me like, live, like date, like how do you know what you like or what guy you like? Like you need to figure that out. And I'm like, but I like him. And like we fit and our lives line up and we want similar things and we have, you know what I mean? So it was like, but I do know what I like. I like him. So it's like, what's the question? What's the problem? So people will try to distract you and tell you things like that. Seriously, I heard it so many times, y'all. Like up until like the day before we got engaged, somebody said that to me. And I was like, what? Like, I'm okay. Like, I'm content in my relationship and I think we're good together. So don't listen to all the haters. So the best piece of advice, or the best advice that I've heard from people about getting married young, and something that I've kind of experienced as well so far, being married, even though we've only been married for like a few months or so, but
it's still pretty good.
It's still pretty good.
Pretty good. Especially with quarantine, I haven't got tired of it yet.
Oh, thank you, hon. That is so sweet.
You're welcome.
Wish I could say the same. I'm joking. Of course, I love you.
Mm-hmm. Help Jesus, my mouth.
Anyways, so I've heard, so like the flip side of wait, let me do it again. Anyways, so the flip side to like the worst advice, I guess, that I received, where people were like, live your life, you're young, do this and do that. I've also heard from people who have gotten married younger, like in their 20s or so, and they would tell me, like, you are young, but don't let people discourage you from being with the person you want to be with. I just think it's really important to remember, and I love that advice, that basically the flip side is just you're not losing your life. Like, you're not losing yourself. You're just, you're still a person, and it is a change. It's a change when you're putting two lives together, but it's a growth process. You grow as one, and I feel like it's not a bad thing. A lot of people look at it like as a bad thing, like, oh, you won't be able to do this anymore or this or whatever. But I think you have to look at it as like a plus. Like, you get to do life with this person. Like, I got my first apartment, right, with my husband. I didn't have to do that by myself. I went out of the country for the first time with my husband. Like, I got to stamp my passport and it was so fun. And so, like, stuff like that, yes, that's a part of my life, but then that's also a part of our lives. Yeah, and I think people forget that. Like, it's really fun to do life with you and to come home to you and all of that, Yeah.
So I definitely agree with my wife. I think that life together is so much fun. But I think it's when you find the right person. I think that you have to find a person that, something that I evaluated before we got married was, can I take living with this person every day? So
yes, that's important.
I was like, I enjoyed the good moments. I enjoyed that. But I think that you have to put up and you have to realize and examine, is this person a person that I can tolerate?
And can I deal with them when they get angry or whatever? All that stuff.
Make that person mad before
you
walk down that.
Argue so you can figure out if you can deal with that, because you may not want to deal with that.
Take all the makeup off too. See, these are things that you really have to evaluate. I mean, some people wake up
and they don't look the same.
And
you gotta know. You gotta be comfortable. It's about being comfortable.
Take lashes off.
Oh my goodness.
And weave off, and they'll look like.
Well, I don't do that, but you have to. You have to be comfortable.
All natural.
Oh my god.
I'm done. We just had
Yeah, we
crazy
did.
experiences up to the marriage.
No.
And we sat down and had one day of counseling.
With my pastor and first lady at the time, and now our pastor and first lady.
Yes.
Yeah.
So two counseling sessions, and
Two
that's
different
absolutely
ones. It was
correct.
awesome.
It was great. It was
We
great.
love them.
I totally recommend having premarital counseling.
Yes.
It brings up things that you need to think about.
Yeah.
You need to think about. There's just, and it's not ever, I don't think, major life decisions. I think that when you are dating a person, when you've decided to get married to them, I think like there's not huge issues, but there are things like, how do you handle money?
Yeah, or how many kids you want to have.
That
I asked
is a
that
big
too.
thing. Yep.
And I asked, like, yeah, you know, but seriously, especially as a young couple though,
Yep.
babe, just because you brought up the point of premarital counseling, I think it's really important, especially for younger couples who are getting married, younger Christian couples, younger couples in general getting married, because you get the wisdom from, like,
Yep.
I would say, talk to somebody who's been married for a great length of time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Talk to people, like, I think you can talk to people who've been married 5 years or more, or whatever.
Yep.
I just think it's important to talk to somebody who's been in it for some time, the husband and the wife, so that you guys can ask them questions and hear their wisdom on stuff that they've been through and how they've dealt with certain things. You don't have to do things how they do it, but it's good to hear how, you know, a couple functions that's been married for so long.
Yeah. I'm not sure how long have your pastor and first lady been married. I think it's 30 plus years.
I think so. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
mine, if they're not 60, they're almost at 60 years.
See, like,
Yeah.
and both couples gave amazing advice
Yes.
from different perspectives. So.
Absolutely. One thing we looked in for counseling was, is the couple still in love?
Yeah,
They
are.
both still love each other.
So
There's some
cute.
people they can't stand each other. No, for
seriously.
real.
That's real. I've
Yeah.
seen it where some couples that have been married for years are just like, you can't even tell that they like each other. It's sad.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that.
You're right. My pastor sat down with us. Our pastor. It's an adjustment.
It is.
Our pastor sat down with us and he talked to us, and something that he really said, he gave a litany of different advice, different experiences that they've had, and he said, "Why do you love her?
Yeah.
Why do you love her?" And I explained to him why I loved her, went through all the litany, and he says, if you love this person, it will stand the test of time. And he was saying that love covers a multitude of faults. And so I think that real love is a different perspective from infatuation.
Yeah.
So I think that is very common in early relationships, that I'm infatuated with the way you look, you thick, you smell good, you look good. There's things that fade away, and absolutely looks fade away. And so it's very important that you love a person genuinely, because if you love a person genuinely, it covers a multitude of their faults. And those faults they don't have to be big things. A lot of things we think about is cheating. We think about, it can't cover cheating, but it may cover that a person snores. It may cover that a person rolls the toothpaste in a spot. They push it out the middle and you roll it from the bottom.
That's so funny to me because I really don't care about that stuff. But yes.
Yeah. It's those small pet peeves.
Yeah,
It is those small pet peeves that love covers.
Yeah.
It covers a multitude of faults.
That's deep.
Yeah. It was that piece of advice, and then I received one from an amazing man that I admire for what he does in ministry and what he does in his regular day job. He's a photographer, and he's in my district. And Brother Hood, I'll give his name a disclaimer. Shout out to him and his lovely wife. He stopped me at a district meeting. It may have been a couple of months after I got married. After we got engaged. Yeah. And he said, do not be afraid to get married young. Yeah. He was like, it's okay. He was like, if you guys are in love, he said, and it looks like you guys are, you will stand the test of time.
We are, guys.
We are. We're very happy. He said...
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he said he got a lot of flack back from being married young. He said a lot of people talked about him and his wife, and that they kind of disagreed with them, and they didn't see why he got married so young. But he was just a young couple coming to encourage another young couple. Yeah. And they've been married for years now. But it was amazing that he was able to step back into that 20-year-old or however he was when he got married. He was able to step back into those shoes, and it was like talking to a young person again, with him giving that advice. And it's amazing because I was able to see the progression of his marriage.
Yeah.
I was able to see, they've probably been through hard times. They've been through rough times, but they survived. And they've been married for years now. And I love to see that, that his business is prospering. They're excelling in ministry. Things like that shows that, him being married to the right one had a effect in how much he's progressing in life.
Yeah, I love it.
He just gave me the confidence and the peace that I needed in that moment. From what everyone else was saying, he was basically saying, stop the chatter.
Yeah.
Block everybody out.
Oh, yes.
Block everybody out. It will be okay. And you don't have to be discouraged by getting married young. It's amazing to be able to look at older couples because it's like you're standing, this is a little analogy, you're standing at, the bank, or you're standing at the edge of a lake. And they're across the lake. They're deep inside of the lake, and they're trying to give you advice to get to the point where they're at. Do not be discouraged. I know I felt that thing right there. I'm trying not to go to church because I feel it in my spirit.
I'm gonna put the PayPal at the end of the video.
Woo!
Yes.
I felt that analogy jump in my soul. That's original. Don't take that.
Oh my God.
Copyrights.
Girl,
No, let me stop.
It's copyrighted. You guys cannot steal it. No, continue.
It's just that. It's like a person being further in the lake, and they're telling you how to get to the point they are because they've been where you've been. Yeah. And that's why I really encourage really talking to someone that is seasoned, because becoming one is a process. And it is not an easy process. I mean, we've had, our arguments, and we've had up and down days since we've been married. I can't say that, there hasn't been times where I've been angry at her or we've disagreed. We've had, we sit up 3 o'clock in the morning talking about, issues and situations. But at the end of the day, I like her. Yeah, it's not even the love part about it. I still like her. I love her and I like her.
It's important.
Yeah.
God, that's important.
It's important.
Because you can love somebody and not like them.
Ooh, preach. Ooh, preach.
Raise my offering.
Raise your offering, girl.
Oh my God, keep going.
Yeah.
But no, that's real.
Thank you. So you guys, we want to take this opportunity and this moment to encourage young couples that are thinking about getting engaged, or getting married.
Or I was gonna say that, and I was like, well, same thing. Okay.
Yeah. Who are thinking about getting married at such a young age. I think that it is something that is honorable. It is honorable in so many different levels in life. So if you think that you have found the one, take that opportunity. Do not be afraid and step out on the water. You don't have to be afraid. There is no guidebook to this. There's no perfect lesson to this. But if you have found the one that you want to walk through life, don't let anyone rob you out of that opportunity. Some people are jealous. Some people are envious because you found it at 20 and they found it at 40.
Or they didn't find it.
Or they didn't.
I've heard that too.
Yep.
People get mad and they be like, that's not real. It's not going to last.
Yeah, they get mad. One thing I know for sure is if you have found that person and you guys have love and you guys have God in your life, I can only talk from a Christian perspective. If you have God and love, those two sustaining factors will take you through life. You may have up days, you may have hard days. And there's a whole litany of other advice we could give. I want to kind of generalize a couple things for you guys to let you know if you have those two principles, everything else will work out. We just want to encourage you because we are a young couple and we are thriving right now. There may be dark days ahead. There may be some storms that people say that we get to, or we just may have amazing days.
I mean, life, you go through stuff in life.
You do.
But you go through it together.
Yeah.
As a married couple, and that's a blessing. It's a blessing to have that.
It's important to have someone that can handle those dark days with you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's important.
Oh my goodness. The fact that you just said that, and I'm not crying, by the way.
Hallelujah.
But really? The fact that you just said that reminded me, and I just told you this the other day. I heard a song, actually, or a guy was like, so basically the lyrics, I'm not going to quote them completely, but he said that love is not it's not about the wedding day, really. No. It's not like all these beautiful, you know what I mean? All these picture perfect, happy ending things. It's not about all of that. It's about the Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And you said sometimes we're going to have dark times ahead and all of that.
Yeah.
But we also just have everyday life together.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You literally go through life every single day. You have this person. Yeah. And it's a beautiful thing though. You know what I mean? Like, yes, they're there. It's so great to have somebody there for when you're going through stuff, but it's also really great to have somebody there for like a regular day, like a day, you know what I mean? Like a regular working day or a day at home, somebody you can just hang out with, somebody you can talk to, somebody you can be friends with, like somebody you can laugh with. Like, it's such a blessing. Marriage is such a blessing, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. It doesn't take anyone all day to make up their mind. Remember that piece of advice right there. It does not take someone all day. When a person knows that you are the one, when a person realizes that they want to walk through life with you, it doesn't matter what age they are, they can make that commitment to you.
Yeah.
It is a commitment. That is it. This is like if I sign up for a job and I'm going to retire from there. It is a commitment that I have to take, and I'm willing to work at every single day.
Yeah.
It's a commitment.
It's a commitment. And also, wow, another thing that just came to mind. Are we like feeding off each other?
I guess so.
No, seriously though, I've heard people, well, before we got married, people say stuff like they were scared.
Yeah.
Like they were scared because like, oh, I'm only 22.
Yeah.
Or, oh, I'm only this. But they were like living with the person already, and they were like they love them, all of that. Like they were living like a married couple. Like, oh, you know, they were functioning like that.
Yeah.
And I've heard people just tell me that, like, how are you even ready? Like, how are you even sure?
Yeah.
And I'm like, when you love somebody and, you know, you're willing to work together, and you know, you're willing to live together, you're willing to put in the work, you're willing to do all of that. I mean, what's the problem? And and especially with God in your life, you know what I mean? And God, and you know for sure, like God is not telling you to run away from that person, right? Because if He's saying no, then don't do it. Yeah. But I think I hear that a lot. Oh, I'm scared. I'm too young. I'm too this. Like, don't. No, that's not true. Yeah. I think with two people that are who want to be together and who want to work with each other. Yeah. And you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you can do it. You can do it. You're not too young. You don't have to be afraid. And it's a blessing. Like, if you don't have, like a couple in your life, like if you're another engaged couple or young married couple and you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to or to ask for advice and stuff, I hope that we can kind of be that for you. Yeah. And that you can watch our videos and comment and connect with us here on YouTube and on our Facebook and Instagram and stuff. Yep. And we can really just connect and pour into you, because we know, we know what it's like, and you're not alone. So.
Yep. You're not alone.
Yeah. If you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up so that we know how much you liked it. We love making videos like this, so also make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel, Meet the Marks, because we want to make more content like this. We want to share our experience with you guys and our wisdom, so don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and turn on that notifications button so that you're always notified when there's a new video here on our channel. And that's it for this video. So
yes, it's it for this video. Help us become your favorite couple in America.
Yes, in America, in the world.
In the world.
In the world.
We're silly guys. Forgive us.
Sorry.
Okay, you guys. Until next time, you guys take care, and until next week, we'll be back.
Bye.